Hello friends, this is me, Max for Prodigy. Recently, my mom broke a thermometer, and guess what? We had to evacuate our home. No, there was no any alarm, no smoke, no fire, and even no earthquake. The point was that the thermometer contained a hazardous chemical. Bet you would have never thought of that. Yes, because when you break a thermometer, there's nothing dangerous happening on the face of it. Hold on to your hat, friends. I'm going to tell you about the most poisonous thing at your home. And the poison is called mercury. There are two types of thermometers. Electric thermometers, which are absolutely safe, and mercury thermometers, which are horribly poisonous. Well, horribly, if you break a dozen of them at the same time. So in large amounts, mercury can seriously damage your nerves, skin, blood, stomach, liver, and kidneys. Actually, mercury is a heavy, silvery white metal. Have you ever tried swallowing a metal? Mercury has one trick up its sleeve which you would never expect from a metal. Mercury is the only metal that melts at room temperature. Wow. So when you break a thermometer, mercury turns into small silver beads that look absolutely nauseous. In fact, the deceptive liquid releases hazardous vapors, which are completely unseen to the naked eye. Mercury vapors can easily pass from the lungs to the bloodstream, what can gradually damage your nerves and organs. That is why thermometers, what every home has, must be handled with care. But if an incident happens, you need to know that any hazardous waste must be properly disposed of. Don't cry over the spilt mercury. You must quickly inform an adult about the broken thermometer and leave the room of a spill. Remember, children and pets must be kept away from the area of a spill. Make sure that the adults must wear latex or neoprene gloves. Use a piece of cupboard to push the beads together. Try to divert the mercury from cracks and crevices. Use Scotch tape to pick up small beads of mercury. Use a flashlight to detect remaining beads of mercury. After collecting all the beads, push the beads into an envelope and put the used envelope, latex or neoprene gloves, tape, and the broken thermometer into a sealable plastic bag. Then put the plastic bag into your compound or district where they accept hazardous wastes. Ventilate the room regularly where the spill occurred. So you may wonder how this poisonous, tricky liquid metal is found. It's found in many environments, such as water, air, and soil. Human activities, such as burning coal, oil, and natural gas, burning household trash, and mining ore deposits, add mercury to the environment. Once in the air, mercury falls to the ground with rain, sleet, and snow, landing on soil or water bodies and causing contamination. In addition, many common products such as batteries, some thermometers, and low-energy light bulbs contain mercury. Hello, I'm Mercury. And it may contaminate the environment when disposed of in trash, burned, or poured down a drain. Mercury can also enter water bodies through a direct discharge of waste or sewage. And you know what? Children under the age of 14 can only eat one meal of freshwater fish each week because it can be also contaminated with mercury. Pure mercury forms around volcanoes where the heat separates it from the minerals, such as cinnabar. This red mineral has been mined for centuries. Romans roasted cinnabar to create a liquid called silver water or quicksilver. This fast-flowing liquid was the element mercury. And you know what? Shock horror! Mercury was used in pills in the 18th century to cure constipation and toothache. Unfortunately, there's no instant way of finding a cure. It's always a process of trial and error. But don't worry, friends. Mistakes happen. As a result, the use of poisonous mercury is carefully monitored today. Breaking mercury-containing products, such as thermometers used in homes and schools, can also result in exposure to mercury. Anyone who has concerns about mercury exposures should consult a doctor. Actually, this is what my mom did with me. My mom made such a fuss that she made me do a blood test of mercury levels. That's why it's better to consider not buying products that contain mercury, such as thermometers. Fortunately, they are digital thermometers instead. Okay, let's call it a day, friends. Remember to carefully handle, properly dispose of, or recycle products that contain mercury. Bye!